Hello everyone and welcome if you are new here. Be sure to watch all the way to the end as I have a bonus tip. Now, let's get into it.
Tip 1, make your bed.
Once you've woken up in the morning, literally right after you get out of bed, if you make your bed real quick, you've already accomplished something in the day. And worst case scenario, you don't get anything else done during the day. Guess what? You've made your bed and now you get to get into your made bed. And I don't know about any of you, but that is a feeling that I really enjoy. I much prefer getting into a made bed than trying to organize all my pillows and the blankets, and the sheet always get crumpled up. Nobody wants to deal with that right before they want to go to bed. So make your bed. You will feel better. I promise. If you enjoy content like this, please consider hitting that subscribe button. This little box down here, actually, I'm not sure which side it's on. There should be like a little icon box. If you hover your mouse over top of it or click it, it will come up with a subscribe button. And if you just click that, I would appreciate it so much. Doing this also will help me reach my channel's goal, which is to be monetized on YouTube. And in order to do that, I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Currently, I have 109 subscribers and 80 watch hours. So I got a ways to go, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep trucking along. I'm only about 7.5 weeks into this, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. But if you'd consider hitting that button, I'd appreciate it.
If you're a busy mama like me, the task of doing laundry can feel daunting and overwhelming.
But if instead of doing all of your laundry at once, like I used to do, and you just choose to do one load of laundry a day, you will never end up with that mountain of laundry. Even if you fall behind by a day, you're only behind by one load of laundry. It's not everybody's laundry. It's not 6 loads of laundry for your entire house. So just do a load of laundry a day. It's quick to put in, quick to change over, quick to fold, and quick to put away.
Tip number 3, 2 minutes or less.
If you see something throughout the house that needs to be done, don't just say, I'll get back to it later. Stop and ask yourself, can you do it in less than 2 minutes? And as long as you're not in a rush or have anywhere to be, the answer is probably no. It's not going to take more than 2 minutes. So guess what? Just do it. Grab whatever it is, whether it's filing some papers or putting a couple dishes in the dishwasher. If you just do it right then when you see it, this will keep your house from gathering clutter and turning into a huge mess that's going to take way more than just the original 2 minutes that the original task was going to take you.
Tip number 4, have a filing system.
Having a filing system will make it easy to stay organized and keep your table and counters free from all those pesky papers. This tip also correlates with tip number 3, which was the last tip, because if you have a filing system, putting those papers away will take you less than 2 minutes to do. Now, I know not everybody has space for a big filing cabinet. If you do, that's super great. But if you don't, there are still some options for you. You can get these plastic totes that will fit a filing rack in it, and then you can put your file folders in it, and it'll keep you organized and not needing a huge filing cabinet. Simply be stored in a closet shelf, on the floor on the shelf, underneath your bed if your bed is tall enough. So it would just depend on the size of the container. There's also these little folders that you can get that have pre-made slots in them. All you got to do is label them and put your documents in it. And they're so small that just fits in a drawer. So whether it's a kitchen drawer, a bedroom drawer, a desk drawer, they're so small and will still keep you organized.
Tip number 5, entranceway boot rack and coat hanger.
I don't know about you guys, but my entranceway always gets super messy. I mean, I live on an acreage, so there's a lot of dirt that comes in here, but that's not just the mess that I'm talking about. The one thing I really noticed was a lot of the mess was from the kids, because they were just throwing their boots everywhere and throwing their jackets all over the floor because they weren't tall enough to reach any of our hangers that we have in the mudroom. So Chris and I decided that we were going to make a hanger for them that matches the rest of the hangers in the boot room. We made sure that it was short enough for them to be able to reach it. Now, with that being said, Watson is still a little bit too small for it, but he really tries. And 9 times out of 10, his sister wants to help him put his coat up. So it's actually really sweet to see. We also cleared a space for them in the boot rack, which is literally right when you walk in the door. It's one of the first things you see. There's a little boot rack. It's just like one little shelf, and that is their boot rack shelf now. I understand that everybody might not have the space for that, but even to have a space for them to put their boots will eliminate them from just throwing their boots all over them. So now the routine when they come in the house is to take their jackets off and their boots off, put their boots on the boot rack and their jackets on the hanger. They are kids, so this doesn't always happen, but about 8 times out of 10, they do hang up their coats and put their boots away. And even on those times that they don't, it just takes a small reminder for them, and they're like, oh yeah, you're right, Mom. I don't know why, but there's something about coming home to a clean entranceway. Like, what is it about it? But it just makes you feel a little bit more put together and just a little bit better, like you're not walking into a super huge mess.
Tip number 6, background noise.
I've always been the type of person who's enjoyed listening to music whenever I do pretty much anything, whether it's like acreage tours or driving, studying when I was in school, all of that sort of stuff. So I've now applied it to cleaning. I have noise canceling earbuds that I can put in, and I can take the noise canceling out. I can like change all the settings and whatnot. So don't worry, I'm not cleaning and not listening to the kids. But I've recently discovered that I equally enjoy listening to a podcast. One of my favorites to listen to is Couple Things by Sean and Andrew. The other thing I started doing was putting just like a YouTube video up on my TV, whether it was a cleaning video or a day in the life of any of the vloggers that I watch. Like, oh man, there's a few of them. Sarah's Day, Brittany Baylin, just to name a couple of them. But I'll just put their videos on in the background, and it's great background noise. I get to hear what they're up to. Yes, on occasion you stop and see what they're doing if they're showing you something or whatever. But to me, it just makes cleaning more fun, and it makes it feel less like cleaning and makes the time go a little bit faster. Or at least for me, it works like that.
Tip number 7, the dishes.
Sorry, they don't do themselves. One of the worst things to wake up to in the morning is a messy kitchen and a bunch of dirty dishes. I'm talking like 2 sinks full of dirty dishes. There is nothing worse for me. It has me starting the day feeling overwhelmed and already like there's so much to do. And it's just really never a good start to the day. So I try really hard to just take like 10 minutes even at the end of the day after the kids are in bed, but before I've like washed up to sit and relax on the couch. I tidy up the dishes if they didn't get cleaned up from supper, pick up anything that's laying around the kitchen. And then I also pre-made coffee for the morning. I mean, mama needs her go-go juice. Don't get me wrong. There are plenty of days that this doesn't get done for many different reasons. Couple examples would be, we were out doing something with the kids, or maybe I just really had a rough day with the kids and it's just not going to get done and it's for tomorrow to deal with once I've rested. Or honestly, lots of the time after we put the kids down, Chris and I will go out to the shop and we'll work on a project or whatever, right? I have a Wi-Fi camera, so their cameras connect to my phone. So if they're calling for us, my phone notifies me. So they're not in the house all by themselves. But on the days that it doesn't get done, it's okay. Like the world isn't ending. But when I get to wake up in the morning to a clean kitchen and clean dishes, I feel so much better. And like I feel like I'm to take on the world. You know what I mean? Like you're waking up to a clean space that is fresh and ready for you and it's ready for the day.
Bonus tip.
Okay, you guys, moment we've all been waiting for, the bonus tip. Guess what? You've probably heard it before. Spoiler alert, sorry. But it's the 10-minute tidy. Seriously? I know you probably are all saying, yes, Alex, we know about the 10-minute timer. Lame, like move on. No, seriously, this makes life cleaning up toys so much better. After supper and before we start our bedtime routine, I set a timer up where the kids can see it. So it might be on my phone, it might be on the microwave or whatever, but for some reason my kids enjoy seeing the timer. I'm not sure what that's about. Let me know if your kids are like that too. But after I set that timer up, I challenge them to see if we can clean up all the toys before the 10-minute timer goes off. And 9 times out of 10, we accomplish it. This also creates a little bit more urgency, I guess, and they clean a little bit more efficiently and they don't just like kind of dawdle around like kids do. As an added bonus, this teaches the kids that if they make a big mess, they also need to clean it up and that it's not just on the parents to do all of the cleaning. We are a household. This is a group effort and a group chore, if you want to put it that way. But it's also okay to do that stuff with help. And I think that's a really valuable lesson to teach them. Scarlett even now will comment on how messy the house is or even her room, and she'll ask me to set a timer for her. And I set the timer and she cleans up as much as she can. Sometimes she asks me for help and sometimes she does it. It just sort of depends on the day. But I think this is a great tip for anybody with kids. So I decided to add 2 more bonus tips to this video because there are 2 tips that I try to follow every single day. And the first one is actually get ready. Like being a stay-at-home mom, you can very much so get stuck in that, oh, I don't need to change out of my pajamas, or I don't need to brush my hair or wash my face or put makeup on because I'm just at home with the kids. I got into that and I found myself feeling ick. Like, not necessarily ick towards myself. I just didn't feel great. I wasn't doing anything for myself. So, if all you get to do for yourself in a day, self-care, if you will, is wash your face and put a little mascara on and brush your hair, do it. It will make you feel so much better, I promise. When you look in the mirror and you look a little bit put together, you feel way more ready to take on the day. And it's something that I do almost daily. I definitely, don't get me wrong, I definitely do not always. I don't always put makeup on. Sometimes it's just washing my face and brushing my hair. Even if I brush it and just throw it back up in a bun, at least I know it's brushed and it's not a tangling mess underneath. But I notice that I feel so much better when I take even just 5 minutes for myself in the morning to just get a little bit ready. And the second bonus tip, if you will, is drink water. I know so many people that don't drink water. And when I don't drink water, I don't feel good. Like my body does not feel good. Your body needs water. One thing I really noticed with myself is I try to drink at least 3 liters of water a day. I sort of try to time my water out throughout the day. Like by 11 o'clock, I like to have a water bottle done. By 3 o'clock, I like to have a water bottle done. And then from 3 o'clock all the way to bedtime, which is like 9:30, 10 o'clock, I have to drink that whole other bottle of water. One thing I will say is I change up my water bottles. I go from Yetis to Contigos to thermoflasks to a cup with a straw. No, this is not a Stanley. It's a thermoflask cup. They just came out. Costco has them. If you have a Costco and you're in Canada, they probably have them. But these are great. I love them. If you've made it this far, feel free to drop me a comment letting me know that you've watched till the end. I appreciate it. My watch time hours appreciate it, and my average view duration truly appreciates it. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful or helpful. You can hit that like button if you did. Hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification. Stay tuned for more cleaning and organization content. I will be uploading a spring cleaning vlog soon. If you really like watching productivity content, consider checking out this video. Down here is my 6 a.m. productive morning routine video. That is all for today. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.